What's going on, guys? I'm out here on the Lake Winnebago system right now, and let me tell you, it is the eve of Battle on Bago 2019. And as always, coming to you here with the Battle on Bago update. And you know, we've got some interesting things this year that are going on at Battle on Bago. And you know, I want to touch on some ice reports and some, you know, rules and some logistics that I've heard through the grapevine, and pass them on to you in case you are, you know, coming out to tackle and battle on Lake Winnebago or the Lake Winnebago system. It goes without saying, stay away from any of the mouths or inlets or outlets of the river around the Lake Winnebago system. It's off limits anyways for fishing, but stay away from those areas. You know, we don't need people dropping in or anything like that. The second thing is, no matter what lake you're on, you know, these roads that are plowed, especially out on Lake Winnebago, we got some warm temps coming and stuff like that. These roads are gonna crack, they're gonna pop, and our awesome fishing clubs are gonna try to stay up on it and move these roads, plow new roads for everyone. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Another thing here, we just are, you know, we're coming to the tail end here of sturgeon spearing. So make sure you are very, very cognizant of where you're driving out and where you're going and looking for these stakes. Most of these holes are marked, but some, you know, the stakes might have broke, or they might have never been stakes. So, you know, keep that in the back pocket. And the last thing, and probably the, you know, easiest thing to spot, is if you see a downed Christmas tree, a Christmas tree laying right across the ice, stop your vehicle, get out and look what's going on, because it could either mean a change in a road, it could mean a bad hole, could mean a sturgeon hole, it could mean pretty much anything. Could be some bad cracks that are up in there. So if you see a downed Christmas tree, stop your vehicle, get out and check the area. Don't just, you know, go around the Christmas tree, because you never know how big an area that one or multiple Christmas trees are trying to mark off. So with all that said, you know, again, safety is number one. Let's get to the travel. The travel here, we've got thick snow drifts throughout the Lake Winnebago system. If you have a four-wheel drive truck, you're definitely going to be using it, because let me tell you, some of these drifts are upwards of 3 feet, you know, if not more, you know, hiding some nasty chunks of ice and stuff like that from earlier in the year. So you're definitely going to want to keep out for that. Ice thicknesses here out on Lake Poyen have been finding about 18 to 22 inches for the most part. Some areas a little thicker and stuff like that, depending on, you know, how it froze up earlier in the year. But great traveling out here on Lake Poyen. Out on Lake Winnebago, you're looking upwards of 15 inches all the way up to, there's some areas that have 28 inches of ice, because there's a double layer of, you know, shell of ice and stuff like that. You know, Merritt Ave, also called Merritt Street, but Merritt Avenue, is going to have multiple bridges out. It's going to be busy, busy, busy tomorrow morning, so make sure you allow for that time. Or, you know, just jump on another landing. There's various different access points throughout the lake. There's fishing clubs all throughout the lake that are plowing roads, and you can practically get pretty much anywhere throughout the lake on these roads. But again, be very cognizant of, you know, the cracks or down trees or anything like that. And remember that, you know, a road that you might have drove out on might have been moved after that. So with all that being said, let's get to some, you know, rules, and I guess just touch base with you guys, so you're not, you know, standing in line wondering why your fish is not getting registered. So the first thing I want to touch on is measuring your fish. I'm sure most of you know how to measure a fish, but when you're measuring this fish, we've got this benchmark here. This is a great ruler here. It's got a nice fixed point up on the top. Have that beak of that fish, that nose of the fish pressed up nice on that, and pinch that tail as you get down that ruler. That's going to give you the legal measurement and the correct measurement, you know, exactly what the Battle on Bago judges are going to be looking for. This one is set up specifically for walleyes. You can see I've got a piece of tape here at the 14-inch mark, right behind the 14-inch mark, because anything underneath that, well, that's got to go back, or it can't get registered, right? Anything between that 14 to 18-inch area, that's a legal fish. And then once you hit that 18-inch area to that 22-inch area, that one is not a legal fish. Those are some great spawning fish right there. You know, legally you can keep them, but I highly suggest you throw them back. And then once you hit that 22-incher, yeah, if you get a big daddy, well, that one's a legal fish for Battle on Bago. So, you know, looking at the different species and stuff like that, minimum length for white bass, 8 inches, and also for panfish. So something to think about on that. You know, little fish coming in to register and stuff, well, they really don't have a chance, so that's why Battle on Bago enacted that sweet rule, and you know, pretty darn cool on that. Something I just noticed on the Battle on Bago Facebook page that I do want to throw out there is, instead of waiting until tomorrow evening, Friday, tomorrow evening, they are opening the scales right away tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So if you get on those fish right away at 6 when the fishing starts, you know, you can get up there, get those fish registered, so you're not waiting in line, you know, later at night or Saturday when the scales open back up again in the morning. So as soon as you get those fish, fill those tanks, get them down to the tent, get them registered, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. So with all that being said, let's talk about the fishing action. So this year on the Lake Winnebago system, the forage has been somewhat low, and it's been causing a lot of fish to move. They're constantly on the search for food. And it's been very, very hard for me, maybe not you, but it's been very, very hard for me to stay on an active school consistently. And these fish are constantly out here swinging around, making big circles sometimes, or just heading way out of the area, never to come back. So if you get on some fish, you know, mark that spot, because chances are those fish are gonna leave, and you're gonna be like, well, where did they go? So if you find a school and you're sitting on a school, make sure to message me and let me know. I'll make sure to come out there, check it out, and you know, just verify. Baits wise, a lot of different baits have been working. I've been hearing stuff from small little tiny jigs all the way up to big pimples and stuff like that. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you know I love jig and wraps, swim baits and stuff like that without any bait on there. But you know, this year with the low forage and stuff like that, well, I can guarantee you that you will be finding a lot of people running tip-ups. You know, I wish I could tell you guys, go to a certain location and you will find fish, but unfortunately I can't, because again, these fish are constantly moving. Make sure you support our fishing clubs. Those plow trucks do not run for free. Gas is expensive, and you know, maintenance is very, very expensive, not just on the trucks, but also on the bridges. If you're hitting a bridge, one vehicle at a time. If you notice something sketchy out there, shoot a message to whatever fishing club runs that area. Let them know so they can get out there, you know, assess the situation, and you know, hopefully make it as safe as possible for others hitting the ice as well. So again, have an awesome weekend, and as always, until next time, tight lines, stay dry.